A mid-sized, freely available AI matched the best systems on the planet at long, grinding tasks. Not by getting any smarter, but by learning to take better notes. In one game, that alone nearly quadrupled its score.
Note-taking. That's the whole trick? Okay, take a guess. How much can tidier notes really move the needle? Hold that number. And keep the number 6 in mind. A small 6 that let this AI survive thousands of steps where it used to die inside a few hundred.
This is out of Stanford, July 2026. 3 punishing video games where every playthrough builds a brand new world, so nothing you memorized last time helps you now. To survive, the agent has to keep records, maps, what's in its bag, and what it already tried.
And normally, when an AI flops at something long and hard, you'd reach for a bigger model. Smarter brain, better player, right?
That's the instinct. But the failures here weren't the AI being unable to think. It was the AI forgetting where it had already looked, wandering back into the same dead ends. The bottleneck was the notebook itself.
So it's basically every AI helper that loses the thread halfway through a long job and starts repeating itself.
Exactly the everyday version. And their idea comes straight from how people work. There's a skill to it. Knowing what's worth writing down, when to look something up, and how to keep notes future you can actually find. A veteran researcher and a first year both take notes. The veterans are just useful. That gap is a learned skill.
So how do you even coach note-taking on a task that runs that long?
Here's the clever move. They turned memory into game moves. Right next to Go North or Attack, the agent can pick Write this down, Search my notes, or Update my map. Every note becomes a visible action. Then they hand the whole playthrough, up to 100,000 steps, to a stronger AI that reads it like an engineer combing an execution log.
100,000 steps. No human is reading that.
No one could. And that reviewer does 2 things. It rewrites the agent's note-taking tools. Then, keep this in mind, it retrains a small piece of the model so good note-taking becomes a reflex. The part that actually plays the game stays untouched, so it never forgets how to play.
Okay, so did the better notebook really beat the bigger brain?
They lined the note-taking model up against a model more than twice its size. The small one with good notes won, by a wide margin, and it climbed all the way to the level of the top frontier systems money can buy.
Wait, twice the size and it still lost? To better notes?
To better notes. And that number you guessed at the start? The tidy version doubled, tripled, and in one game nearly quadrupled its own score. Purely from managing memory.
And the 6?
My favorite part. In one game, the agent mapped by writing a fresh line every time it saw a tile. Like a journal that logs, cafe here, every single time you walk past the cafe. Thousands of duplicates, burying anything useful. The reviewer caught it and switched to 1 line per spot. The notes went from growing 138 characters a step to 6, 95% leaner. That took it from dying in a few hundred steps to surviving thousands.
Though, a much smarter AI is the one reading those logs and rewriting the tools. So maybe the small model didn't get wise on its own. Maybe a genius editor just quietly cleaned up its notebook.
That's the honest tension, and the authors own it. So here's the one to argue about. If a modest AI can keep pace with the giants just by taking better notes, would you trust the bigger brain or the tidier notebook? If you like these puzzles, subscribe and join the folks turning fresh AI research into something that clicks.
Bigger isn't the only way to get smarter. Sometimes, you just stop losing your own notes.